It's crazy how they play this shit. So I'm like looking at the market right now. I love how they fucking do this shit. Especially when you can see it coming, or you can see it what they're gonna do. So right here, so here we have the S&P 500 time and date, Arizona time. Here we have 500. It's October the 10th. What was it? What was it? October the 10th. That's when we have crypto break, right? Had that crazy fall. No, that wasn't. When was it? That spiked all those leverage traders. Right here. Anyways, alright guys. So the S&P 500. Look how they played us. Well, not me, because I fucking saw this shit coming out. I was saying this shit in my videos. Look. So here we have the S&P 500 emotions. Emotions here. We're happy, right? All of a sudden we have a crazy ass drop October 7th or 8th, whatever the fuck that was. All right, so market is cautious. Some of them sold their stocks because the market fell so and so price. Some of them sold their crypto. The market starts slowly recovering. We come to the all-time high. So fucking the market is anticipating. I forget what bullshit was gonna come out. At this time, the government was still shut down, so Twitter man needed something to move the market on up. So they tweet, "Hey, I think we're gonna open the market. I think we're gonna open the government, and I think we're gonna try to fix it over the weekend." They fix it over the weekend. The market up is happy. Hey, yeah. So we opened the market. Fuck, we opened the government, but we had bad data. Oh no! And then so look at the week. 1 week down, 2 weeks down, and they give you with this bullshit. 3 weeks down, and you're coming on to the fourth week. So, as an investor trader, you're looking, damn, it's October 17. Are we gonna close? This is the first month. Are we gonna close negative? Are we gonna go into recession? Because right here on this Thursday, it's when you were worried because look at where it was. So if you were seeing this and look, a three candle box, you go for a call, you would have seen crypto at that time too. Crypto would have been telling you, yo, buddy, we're about to drop. Do a sell, my bad, do a put. And then now, I forgot what he announced, so the oil data came out, and I think it was a Wednesday or Friday. Friday, yes. It's always on a Friday where they get you with that, your emotions, you're in fear, all of a sudden, boop. And then you start hearing your news, your influencers talking about this may not be the bottom because it broke a certain fucking support or resistance or this and that. But when I saw that the S&P 500 ended up going right here to the daily 50 Fibonacci, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to skyrocket from right here. We're going to recover. And then this is going to be a no more. Everybody's going to forget that we were in a downfall for a whole month and we just recovered in a week pretty much. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers are smart. But I was seeing all these plays, you guys. I told you guys about this 12-hour candle happened way down here. If you go to my videos, November 25th, Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, I was talking about this move forming. So imagine doing a call for a month from now. Alrighty. Alright, so that's how the market left. The market left happy. You're seeing it now. They're fucking telling you, hey, rate cuts have now gone up to, I think, the high 90s or high 80s or 87, 80, some fucking shit like that. If you're an investor or a trader and you know what moved, how, what, the whole printing the dollar, the whole stimulus check, all this shit is gonna push the market up. Eventually, we're gonna have a crash sometime in mid 2026. But for right now, the market is hearing all this good news about pretty much money coming into the stock market and interest rate and so and so and so and so. So all this is pumping the market and it's excited. So now what you do, you pay attention to crypto over the weekend to let you know how the S&P is gonna open, how the market is feeling. Because if crypto takes a sudden drop Sunday morning, uh, Sunday noon, you're not gonna just see. It's not gonna be like, hey, look, you guys. Especially before the market opens on Sunday at 3 p.m. Arizona time, and crypto takes a crazy dump like that. You think it's not gonna affect the S&P 500, or it's reacting to the S&P 500, some news, something that happened over the weekend. Let's say on Saturday, somebody, we went to go to war with Russia or Venezuela, and or Venezuela and Russia got involved in China, and all of a sudden China does tariff bullshit, and all of a sudden we're scared because China imposed taxes on us. Is Trump gonna do it back? All this shit, that we could go into that too. So that's what I'm also waiting for. I'm waiting to see. Anyways, too much into it. So that's why you pay attention to Ethereum and Bitcoin over the weekend. They tell you what's going on with the market. And as when you see the market open, you're gonna see the S&P open. And if we have a crazy dump like that before the S&P futures open, you're gonna see the S&P open really fucking on red. And you're gonna be like, what happened? And it's because Trump or somebody tweeted something about war or whatnot, or China, this or that. But crypto will warn you first, especially when the market is closed. You will see it on Sundays. No, especially if it happens. They don't really tweet something on Sunday. They'll tweet something of good news or something. But regardless, even if they don't tweet, you're still gonna see the market open happy because we left. Look at gold, look at silver, look at the S&P 500, look at Trump bragging about how the market is all-time high and all that shit. So the market is happy. The market anticipating the rate cards coming. Let's check Bitcoin and Ethereum. I told you guys about this shit. So here's Bitcoin. I told you guys that Bitcoin, this is daily right here. Bitcoin needed to stay inside of this 3 candle box. If these 3 candle box don't complete, especially the third one, and it breaks, the market ends up fucking going on down. But since I know how fucking crypto and Ethereum work, especially during the weekend, when they take these little dumps, this ain't shit. If this third candle was really gonna complete, it was gonna complete and end up going hard down. Also, I'm pretty sure my indicator has let's see, some sort of resistance support around or underneath this. Yeah, right there. And right there, yeah. In your entry, yep. All right, so, and then I told you guys, as long as we stay inside of here, it's still bullish, especially as we get towards Saturday at 1 p.m. If we're still in here, or at 3, especially pay attention to it. Notice how I'm gonna go to the 1 hour candle. Notice how when they fall, notice how they don't fall. You had your 1 p.m. Where's your 1 p.m.? 1 a.m. Why? Because that's when we close. I mean, no, at 2 p.m. No, yeah, 1 p.m. because that's when we close a 4 hour candle. So stay there. Then the last important one will be at 5 p.m. I mean 5 a.m. because that will be your 12-hour candle. Still hanging there. So when it gets close to the last hour, especially on a 12-hour candle, and it's like the last hour before the 12-hour candle completes, the market normally reacts and it has these crazy on push or whatnot. The fact that it just stood there was telling me, yep, it's waiting, watch, it's waiting for the nighttime. Once we get to the nighttime, coming on to Sunday night, you're gonna see Ethereum and Bitcoin get back inside of there and still stay bullish. And then XRP was telling you the whole time, look how strong it was maintaining inside of this yellow box right here. As long as XRP stay inside this yellow box, it was telling me the market was still bullish, that Ethereum and Bitcoin were gonna recuperate later on. Otherwise, XRP would have still been all red, and this is that. So let me take this shit off. Let me go back to Bitcoin. I mean, that was Ethereum, but let me go back to let me go to Bitcoin right now. And here's that box in the daily. So okay, it was Bitcoin. My bad, you guys. But yeah, see, look. So all this is telling you that Bitcoin is gonna fucking. It's still the market's still positive. Nothing crazy has gone. What you should see is you're gonna see Bitcoin either by 1 a.m. or 5 in the morning into the morning be somewhere up here. And especially as futures open at 3 p.m. Sunday, you're going to see more reaction at 3 p.m. Also, because it's going to be the last 2 hours before the week is complete. And not just that, the month of November. So seeing November close inside of here or above, especially for Ethereum, closing where it's at or above, is still bullish. Still telling me that the S&P is happy, nothing crazy happened. And that's what you're gonna see. Now, if Ethereum starts, like I said, you guys, like I said, if Ethereum breaks this and we go down here to the 2,900 and stay in that region, and it's fucking 1 o'clock, and especially as we get closer to 3, it still stays there. That means fucking the S&P is gonna open up a little bit lower, nothing crazy, but just some little bullshit happened, like a little rock. A little rock was on the way, pretty much, and then you're gonna see the market recover as we get onto Monday, because we got data coming up at S&P 500. So you're gonna see Bitcoin be very bullish until we get data tomorrow in the morning and the S&P reacts to it. You're gonna see Bitcoin also, but how this is screaming bullish, you guys. This ain't shit. This little dip ain't shit. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'm telling you. You got bet your fucking ass. You have all these day traders. Is it gonna go in? Is it broke? It didn't broke. It held. That's why you don't fucking. I wouldn't be trading this shit because I know what's gonna happen. This bitch is gonna start going up, but it's not gonna be easy. These are telling you. Normally it's smooth. Anyways, too much into it. There's a 15-minute candle with my indicator. Even my indicator is telling you, hey, there's your entry, there's your targets. I'm telling you guys, that's the reason why Bitcoin and Ethereum are still in that same area all this time. Right, but yeah, I'm gonna do an update. Let's see, it closes at 9. So if I'm up, I'll do one at 12 or 1 in the morning, just to update you guys on these two. And again, pay attention to any tweets. They like to tweet on Sunday morning. They're already doing it. They're already pumping you up. Mr. right here. The news, he will, doesn't name us, okay, brotherhood, and then y'all transition. Come on, buddy, where were you bragging about? Brag about the market. Winning is always nice. Money. And we oppose, we're gonna give them go back. Reaction, whatever. We oppose on Trump. All right. So, anyways, I wouldn't be surprised again if we get a tweet, especially if we get closer to 9 o'clock or 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. Something positive. But you don't really need nothing. The market doesn't really need a tweet. The market is already excited. Like I said, if you see my last 7 fucking whatever videos, I've been talking about how gold, silver, Ethereum, Bitcoin, S&P, we're telling you, hey, we're about to fly. Tomorrow, hop on tomorrow and watch the fucking videos because we got data. This week is gonna be fucking crazy. All right, I'm fucking telling you this already. I'm getting too excited. All right. Anyways, all right. This is Brian Seacrest signing out.